The biggest challenge was first convincing myself to open the school. This idea kept coming to me that there should be a school where children are encouraged to ask questions, where their curiosity is nurtured by giving them right answers. A school where teachers are lifelong learners and where every child is taught as an individual, where every child's opinion and individuality is respected, and where no child is discriminated against because of their religion, financial background, ethnicity, and skin color. It was my vision, but I couldn't believe that I could make it happen myself. So the first biggest challenge was convincing myself. This idea stayed in my mind, and I kept thinking about it constantly because I was desperate to make education meaningful. But at the same time, I left my school and I told myself and my family that I will never join another school again. I was only 13 years old and I had only 7 years of formal education, and I did not have financial resources. My parents gave me moral support because they thought she's just a child, and after a few days, she will realize how difficult it is. But their moral support was enough for me. However, there were many obstacles. I had no building, no finances, and no idea how to arrange the logistics. But I felt I had no choice because I didn't see any school around me that would offer the kind of education I dreamed of. So I started this school in the courtyard of my home. My students sat on the floor, and I began teaching them. To earn a little money, I taught myself embroidery. And in the beginning, I had only one blackboard and a few pieces of chalk. And neither the students nor I afford books. So we had only a few books and notebooks. And from very beginning, I decided that the school would be free, so there was no source of income. Another major challenge was recruiting the students. How parents could trust a 13 years old girl to teach their children. But I went door to door and I convinced the families that I would teach their children free of charge. And so some of the families sent their daughters to my school. Um, Maybe they thought that at least they will have someone to play with. But looking back, I'm greatly thankful to those families who believed in me. Although it was a little belief, but without that, I could not be able to start this movement. It was 1997 before the internet was available to us. I read as many books as possible to educate myself because I could not afford books for my students and they couldn't afford school supplies either. It was incredibly difficult journey, but I overcame all the challenges because from the very first day I believed in one thing, that without education there is nothing.